Hi everybody. This is my World Race blog, and my squad and I have been challenged to blog for this entire month of April. And I'm sorry I look like like I haven't showered, and I probably stink. I'm going to take a shower at some point, but I just wanted to go and talk to you guys, and I haven't vlogged for a while, so I'm kind of rusty. So it's all right. I wanted to write all this out on my blog, but I had a little trouble doing it on my phone, and suddenly it just got raised. I was halfway written, and I was like, oh, nah. You know what? It's just easier just to talk about it on a video. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just tell you a little bit of my heart. And I was challenged by somebody to tell my story. And my story starts out with living in a Christian home, good family. I have, siblings and old people that can love me, you know. Seemed like, life is great, but, lived in a house where, Christianity was like pretty much a priority, like going to church every Sunday, going to Sunday activities, just pretty much trying to serve God, or you're pretty much going to hell. It's just that's what it seemed. But I mean, I make it sound like it's like bad, but in a way, it just seemed like that to me. But in a way, I know my parents meant well by it. But I'm just saying is that I just didn't feel the love for God that I have now, and I feel more like I have a relationship with Him now than I did before. And I, started having that feeling like back when I was like probably like in my senior year of high school. And I was like on fire for God. I just enjoyed like worshiping Him. I was going to church. I was hanging out with some good people, and then I decided to go off to college and do this ministry college kind of discipleship program. And by the time when I got back from that, I went home and noticed that my parents' marriage was not working out very well. And it just kind of like, I was like, okay. And it seemed like they were trying to work it out at the time. But then like later down the road, I noticed that it was getting worse. And one day, my siblings called me over to my mom's house, and they all had to talk to me. They all knew what was really going on with my parents' marriage, and my parent and they went up to me and they asked me, "Do you know why our parents are? Do you know what my dad did?" Is what they pretty much asked me. And I was like, no. And they told me that he was having an affair. And I just started breaking down. He said he was meeting another woman, and it broke me down, because seeing the man I've, looked up to my whole life, just suddenly became the man I didn't want to be anymore. And it's just, it's heartbreaking to hear, and around the world, parent marriages are failing, and people are seeming to be okay with it and such with divorces, and it's like a high rate these days. And I don't know, that was just like the biggest struggle in my life, that seeing my mom go through that. And And now it's just pretty hard for me because my dad hasn't spoke to me over probably almost a year now. I've tried calling him, I've tried texting him, and I don't mean this to be a sad story and everything is, but the reason I'm sharing this to you is that with God's love, God can change that. And God hasn't moved into my dad yet, and I haven't seen that in my dad yet obviously because I haven't seen him for a while. But I was watching this movie, and I kind of see God do things through movies sometimes, and I know it's kind of weird, but in a way I do. And there was this one movie, this Christian movie, and it's called I Can Only Imagine. And it was a little weird about to watch it because I get kind of skeptical because it's all cheesy and stuff. But this one didn't seem too cheesy at all. It really got me good because it was about the lead singer of Mercy Me, called his name's Bart Miller, and he wrote the song I Can Only Imagine, and he wrote it for his dad. Now, his dad was a lot like mine, kind of abusive, kind of would talk down. Well, actually, my dad didn't talk down really on me. My dad was kind of encouraging, but his dad wasn't that encouraging to follow his dreams. So I just started seeing that, like, both sides of that with me and my dad. In a way, I did try to work in me and my dad's relationship at one point in time. But suddenly, it just got worse with him and the rest of my family, and then it just got worse with me. And it's a work in progress. I know it. God can, I can see God can do amazing things through people. And if he can do it through Bart Miller's dad, I mean his dad turned it around and served Jesus, and it turned out that his dad became the man he wanted to be. And that was amazing. And it broke me down, and I started crying, and I just saw it in me and said, someday that I'm gonna see God through my dad's eyes. One day. I don't know when that day is coming, but I hope it'll be at some point. But I'm gonna be patient with God. Sorry. But God's gonna do amazing things. Especially going on this world race trip, I hope to see God do some amazing things through me. Get a better look at the world and see God's children and see God's love happen all around. I've seen the world race videos of other world racers out there. They're doing amazing things through God. And I just I pray that my dad will suddenly find God again, and that his strength will come back in the Lord, and someday I hope to look up to him and see it. And I pray that my family would see that too. I don't know what's going to happen between my mom and him at all, but my mom's really been a strong woman through all this, and she's my rock and my everything. But really, I just want to lift up my dad and pray that God will get a hold of him. And I just thought I would share that with all of you because that's just a big part of my testimony. A big part of my story. My dad was my life. I see a lot of him in me, which scares me a lot. Is that I don't want to end up like that. I don't want to end up in his position like he is right now. He might be mean, miserable, lonely person right now. But all he needs is Jesus' love. His love endures forever. And I thank you all for who are all listening to this right now, and I pray that hope you all would pray and support me and my squad members on this trip that we're about to endure, and I pray that we'll see God's love through all nations and all kinds. Thank you all for listening, and whoever's watching. And if you want to go subscribe to my blog, just go to isaacsanders.theworldrace.org. That easy. Just subscribe. You get email all the time. You'll probably get more videos. I'm going to try writing and at this point, but right now I just felt like my voice needed to be heard. And you might not understand me at times. I might mumble. I'm just tired. I've been working a lot, and I am really coming through with this fundraiser, and I'm really getting close to my end goal of paying it all off. Praise God. Praise God. He provides so much. He provides me with my needs and the jobs, all of them. And I know it's going to be worth it once it's all done, because hard work is paying off. So, thank you, everybody. I love you all. Bye.